Good afternoon from the KUOW newsroom. This is Seattle Now. I'm Paige Browning with today's top stories. It's Wednesday, May 13th. A conservative political group, Turning Point USA, has canceled its event at the University of Washington scheduled for tonight. The group had planned to continue the event with a speaker who advocates against transgender protections. It was scheduled days after a transgender student was killed in a homicide in off-campus housing. Seattle police have not identified the victim, and they are still searching for a suspect whose motive is unknown. UW spokesperson Victor Balta told reporters that the national Turning Point USA organization decided to cancel the event. The scheduled speaker cited safety concerns as the reason for canceling. An earlier anti-LGBTQ event that did happen was brought back up in the news today. A new report from Seattle's police watchdog says officers made several key errors when they clashed with protesters at a religious group's rally last year. KNKX Murrow News fellow Nate Sanford has more.
A city council meeting to discuss the report was moved online after being interrupted by activists who said they were harmed by officers' actions that day. Last May, when activists gathered at Cal Anderson to protest a Christian anti-LGBTQ+ rally, things quickly escalated. The day ended with police deploying pepper spray and arresting 23 protesters. Seattle Inspector General Lisa Judge told council members that the heavy-handed response was exacerbated by police lumping the counter-protesters together as Antifa. She says there was also a lack of cultural understanding.
The historically queer neighborhood where this was happening wasn't fully taken into account.
Seattle police say they're holding meetings to build trust with community members and assessing the recommendations in the Inspector General's report. I'm Nate Sanford, reporting.
You know we're keeping watch on the countdown clock. The Men's Soccer World Cup is about a month away. And today we got the skinny on how public transit is getting beefed up for it. Overall, transit networks will have more frequent trips on match days. That includes light rail. There will be a train every 4 minutes from the International District Chinatown station through Linwood. The goal is to make Lumen Field the most accessible stadium possible, so the vast majority of fans don't have to drive their car to get there.
Plan ahead, take transit, leave the car at home, and let's get ready to welcome the world to the greatest region, the Pacific Northwest.
That's King County Executive Gurmai Zahalai speaking to reporters at Lumen Field today. Next week, free waterfront shuttle service resumes for the summer, running between the Space Needle and the International District. On match days, they'll run every 10 minutes. In other FIFA news, Seattle has money coming in soon to help it manage the Men's World Cup. The City Council has approved a plan to accept $18 million in support, mostly from the federal government. It's earmarked for police staffing, cybersecurity, the care team, and a few $1 million from Washington State and the local World Cup organizing committee that's meant for drone detection and training and for overall event execution. Unrelated to the soccer event, but very related to how we all get around, Seattle just legalized shared streets, which it's defining as streets that can have a speed limit as low as 10 miles per hour. These streets, once identified, will prioritize pedestrians over bikers and drivers. The city council voted yes yesterday. The previous minimum speed limit was 20 miles per hour. The city traffic engineer will next draft procedures for deciding which streets are eligible. We have a flurry of business and labor news today. Unionized REI workers are calling for a customer boycott during the company's anniversary sale that begins on Friday. Workers accuse the company of stonewalling in contract negotiations. The Seattle Times reports REI stores will remain open during the boycott. In a statement, REI said the union's focus is harming the financial well-being of the business instead of advancing negotiations. Workers at more than 10 REI stores have voted to unionize, including the location in Bellingham. In more big labor news today, more than 100 workers at Seattle Art Museum have announced their intent to unionize. They're from several departments, including curating, operations, and marketing. Organizers say their movement to improve working conditions is in alignment with SAM's core values. CEO Scott Stuhlen told the Seattle Times the museum is committed to engaging in good faith with employees. How is tech faring? Well, Washington had the second highest tech layoffs in the U.S. last year, outpaced only by California. Monica Nicholsberg reports.
Lisa Simon is chief economist for the workforce intelligence company Revelio Labs. She tracks layoffs nationally.
I did plot the layoffs going back to 2015, and they are elevated. Between 2019 and 2015, we saw like 2,000 monthly layoffs on average, and now we're seeing more like 6,000.
Simon says that's still relatively low, but tech is also seeing a steep drop in hiring.
It's just sort of betting on the fact that people are going to get much more productive using AI tools, and in anticipation of that happening, not making the hire or cutting off some of the workforce, even though we're not fully really seeing these increases in productivity just yet.
Layoff notices filed by tech companies in Washington this year are outpacing 2025 and 2024. Monica Nicholsberg, KUOW News.
The Tacoma City Council has passed an ordinance to ban federal immigration agents from using city property to conduct civil enforcement. It comes after Seattle, Everett, Olympia, Spokane, and King County passed similar measures this year. Tacoma's measure is an effort to rein in immigration activity that many local leaders say is creating an atmosphere of fear. We'll end with the rain today. We got rain. The 13-day dry streak is over as of last night in what's been an uncharacteristically dry spring in the Seattle area. This morning started with rain showers and some early hours lightning in the Puget Sound region. The National Weather Service says this spring, Seattle's had 12 days of measurable rain, down from the usual 25 by this point. Seattle's surprise heat wave from yesterday will not be returning anytime soon, according to the National Weather Service. Here's senior meteorologist Dana Felton.
The hot weather's done. Seattle tied a record yesterday with a high of 82, but that's history. And we're just looking at showers today and much cooler right on through Saturday with at least a chance of showers through the period.
Seattle could see rain showers from now into Saturday night, with thunderstorms expected Saturday before another dry period starts. Next time on Seattle Now, UW researchers are launching an app to track and supply those little free food pantries you may see in your neighborhood.
My favorite was when I saw a bottle of limoncello left in one. It was perfectly closed and safe. I was very tempted to take it.
Hear how researchers are hoping to keep these grassroots pantries going on Thursday morning. That's all for today from the KUOW Newsroom in Seattle. Our producer is Andy Hurst. I'm Paige Browning. Seattle Now and KUOW are members of the NPR network. See ya.